I want big drums heralding me everywhere I go. It's like the best thing ever. Hello, everyone out there in Twitchlandia. I'm Pruitt, and this is the amazing noble crew of the Dawn Rose. I hope you're enjoying your Tuesday evening here with us in another episode of Starward Bound. Let's first off, I just want to say we have our little fan art pre-roll there. I want to give a special shout out and thanks to Thomas Tanner on Twitter. His tag is at Chromatic Codex for supplying those amazing portraits of each character, the kind of color portraits, and then the more action shots like the sepia tone. That's Jimmy Horner at Horner Jimmy. Thank you so much. To know that you're inspiring others' creativity is truly like where it starts paying back. And just thank you so much. I'm glad that we can entertain and inspire. So let's go around to cast and crew and see how everyone's doing this evening. Let's start with the amazing, the incomparable Emma Lambert. How you doing, Emma?
I'm good, Pruitt. I'm taken aback by those adjectives. Oh my goodness. I'm good.
I have the best words.
They're the best ones. How am I? I'm very tired. I haven't gotten more than 2 hours of continuous sleep since last Monday. Woo. So, woo. You know how it's like sometimes you think you're so tired that you might die and then you don't and you keep existing. It's kind of like that. And you just keep going and everything's fine. Only it's not. Yeah, that's how I am. I hope to sleep tonight. But in the meantime, I am happy to put my manic energy where it belongs on Starward Bound. I'll be playing Hildegarde, the dwarven cleric, captain of the Dawn Rose. So glad to be back. It's been so long.
Yes. It has been far too long. Here we are after a week off. I'm excited to get back into it. Next up on the list, Greg, how you doing, my man?
I'm doing well. It is Tuesday night. It has been too long, as Emma said, since we have traveled through the cold or the warmth or the explosiveness of Spelljammer space. And here we are in an alleyway with these dog things that are howling and making a robot frightened. Where else am I going to be on a Tuesday night than witnessing a frightened robot? Nowhere. I'm here. I'm playing Elry Tossbottle, the arcane trickster. I'll see what I can do. You guys see what you can do in chat. Let's have some fun together.
Awesome. I can't wait to see what happens next here in a minute. Next, gonna move on over to that frightened robot, everyone's favorite murder bot. Sorry, I didn't mean to steal your intro. But Kiana, how are you doing this evening?
I am doing good. At this point, I don't even know how to introduce myself for it. But no. Hello, everyone. I'm Kiana. My day has been full of bureaucracy and office fun times. But now I'm here, blast down to space, so everything is great. And yes, I will be playing E4 for your favorite murder bot. Also super frightened right now, and that's not good for this Warforged barbarian who has been having on the verge of an existential crisis and tends to not have great physical responses to panic and stress. So we'll see what happens.
Well, we will certainly see what happens indeed. Last but not least, Da Cool is played by Trey. How are you doing, Trey?
Man, I am so happy we are back. It's been like 2 weeks, a good week over. And I'm over here like a junkie, like Pookie, man. Like, yo, what you got on my Starward Bound, homie? In case you don't know, I'm your boy Dakul, the half-elf Kinsey monk, man. That's Shaggy to Ellery Scooby-Doo. I mean, that dude smokes out and eats and gets into all kinds of random shit. And we are ready to get this thing rolling again.
That we are. So why don't you go ahead and take the reins, sir, and give us our ship's log and let everybody know where we are at.
Absolutely. All right, here we go. me. E404, Hilda, Ellery, and Nicole are on their way to a pub called the Frothy. Bubbling with inquisitive thoughts, the group are preparing to meet with some of the local scholars for additional information regarding their trip thus far. While the other three chat amongst themselves, Nicole happily reflects on today's accomplishments with his crew. We stand upon the back of a creature that has become the foundation for an entire city. A beast so large that one flap of his wings requires half a day's weight. A beast by the name of Bronte. On its back sits a city of arcane scholars whose sole purpose is the enlightenment of its people, discovering answers to questions that have been asked since the dawn of time. What is our purpose? E404 has visited their extraordinary library, searching for this simple answer. Why is E404 here? Who made it, and to what cause? Its years of unanswered questions is all E404 is able to gather. Like pieces of breadcrumbs scattered about the ground, E404 devours each morsel only to discover that it only makes it hungrier for more. I'm not sure if E404 will ever discover what its true origin is, but I am certain that it will not be denied. This has become a quest for answers. Hilda has used her beguiling charm to influence the youth of her own purpose. I believe she has taken a young scholar under her wing for an education that cannot be found in a book, in exchange for information about the new horizon, the supernatural, and the dawn road. I worry about my friend Ellery. Underneath the bravado, womanizing, and drinking, I have seen glimpses of vulnerability. His newfound quest for understanding the loss of our helmsman, Celestra, has given him more purpose than drunken nights and petty thievery. Celestra's spirit has become one with the ship. I am certain that Ellery will find a way to understand why it is so. With the help of the Magus Academy, every step is being taken to discover where she is. Fortunately, Ellery may have found a new ship's cook to help fuel the drive for our answers. I have met a xenobiologist by the name of Krill who has the same passion for life that I have. He took one look into the eyes of my precious alien and happily guided me down the rabbit hole of the fragile ecosystem of Bronte. His enthusiasm of life that has been constructed on the back of this beast was only abruptly ended by the mention of my new lifelong foe in the Yogi. Upon our return, I hope to discover more about these demented creatures and hopefully discover a clue that will bring me closer to my mother. The group continues to walk down the street of the dark alley. Out of the darkness, a shrill sound of an animal echoes down the path. E404 stops dead in its tracks and appears to shake. This is no ordinary sound. It pierces the soul. It strips away any thoughts of rational thinking. It's carnal. It's pure. It's fear. Fear is what shapes and molds a man. It sharpens the senses, pushes you to embrace the side of you that's most primal. All of your doubts, your emotions, your reasoning for purpose are honed into one singular thought: survival. Everyone talks about love and hate, but I believe that fear is the true instigator of life. A man who has not stared cardinal fear into the eyes has not truly lived. Dawn rose has carried us through the stars and of the unknown. An island of salvation, thrusting us through the darkness to mysterious places, filled with beauty and terror. Today, we have found both. Nakul readies his sword.
Every single fucking time. God. So as Dakul readies his sword, you're in the alleyway behind the Frothy beard. These two hounds stepped out, one finishing its bay, the other looking like it's about to breathe in and let another out. Let us go ahead and roll initiative.
$24.
Okay.
Hilda got a 12.
E44?
15.
Ellery?
It was a 20, and then it rolled to a goddamn 2.
Oh, that rollover, man. Alrighty. So, Dakul, from the other end of this alleyway, it's about... The alley itself is probably about 100 feet long between these two buildings. You are between the Frothy Beard and what is known as just the Food Tower. It's just a 2-story building to your right. The Frothy Beard to your left is about 3 stories. Behind you, a row of businesses you're looking kind of at the backs of. And you have about 80 feet away, since you're coming in one end of this alley and they're at the other. About 80 feet away, you have these 2 hounds looking at you. Just mouths kind of agape and just... and you can see them kind of sniffing, taking deep... like they're trying to catch a scent or something. It is your go.
I think more startling, or just as startling, as seeing these creatures before me is seeing the look of fear that was upon E44's face. That shall not be me. With a bullet behind my ear, I shall pull my joint. I like to confidently inhale and concentrate deeply and push out fairy fire. He's 80 feet away. Is that? Do I need to run up another 40 feet or so? I do want a little bit of distance between me and God knows what's in front of me.
I believe the range on fairy fire is 60 feet. Off the top of my head, we're going to say it's 60 feet, and the area is 20. So yeah, if you could move up about 20 feet at least to get them in that area, then yeah, you'll be good.
Now I'm just assuming since this is a narrow alley and both beasts are relatively beside each other, so both.
Yeah, they're within 10 feet of one another. You could get them both with that.
Yes. Most of my concentration is very dirty. Take it.
Okay. And what's your DC for your fairy fire again?
15.
15. Okay. As you exhale this smoke, both beasts kind of cough and kind of cough out this smoke, but it continues to cling to them very lightly. And so, yes, you looks like you have caught them both in this fairy fire. So that's your move and action. Do you want to do anything with your bonus before we move on?
Yes, actually I do. I do want to close the distance and then do an unarmed attack. Since they're doggish wolf-like creatures.
You can only do an unarmed strike if you use your action to attack. You get a bonus attack.
I understand.
I mean, you could still go into a defensive stance with like the dodge action, or that's really about it, or your extra move.
For my extra move, it can be a movement, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you spend a key point, you can take the dash action. But I mean, you only moved. Did you move up your full move before you cast the spell? You only moved about 20 feet.
Yes.
So you have how much more? About 20 more?
Yeah, I have 25 more. Yes.
Do you want to go ahead and move that?
I want to move that back next to my my group.
Okay, well then, yeah, you can definitely do that. Okay, E404. So you have failed this saving throw, and you have to at least use your action to run away first before doing anything.
Yep. So,
or at least your movement to run away.
Yeah. So, E's not very emotive because of how their face is.
Mm-hmm.
But there's definitely that kind of whir that anybody close to them can hear. That kind of pitches up almost.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Maybe not quite. Maybe not quite to screaming, but definitely something there. And yeah, they're gonna run away.
Okay.
And then I guess at that point, try to save on being frightened.
Okay.
Which is not bad. That's a 16?
16? Okay, yeah, you managed to, at the end of your, kind of shake that off. By the way, since y'all were at a T intersection, which direction did you run, north or south?
North?
Okay. So you kind of ran towards the large kind of temple that's up there, and there's also like kind of the workers' habitats. So, you just kind of moved about 15 feet around the corner of the building before you like turned around and like, oh, what the hell was wrong with me? Okay. And next is, it's my turn. So the two hounds begin to run. They take a few steps and then they kind of lift up off the ground, about 2 feet off the ground, and continue looking. It looks like they're running, but they're flying. And they are going to, they're basically going to double move. So they're running like right at you. More specifically, you'll notice one runs right at Hilda and one runs right at Elry. Right up to you. And they used all their action to move. But it's in that moment that out of the darkness, like right next to you, steps these two, almost like stepping out of the shadows themselves. These two, like, kind of charcoal skinned with red eyes and like kind of a ratty white hair. They're both wearing tattered, like dark cloaks. Like the shadows almost look like they cling to them. And they whip out these short swords, and they are barking commands at the two hounds, like one each. There's two of these guys that come out behind, and they are both going to engage Dakul, since E is not there. But they both move up as they kind of step out of these shadows, move up, and they're both going to attack you, Dakul. So that's going to be 18. Does that hit you?
Swing and a miss. Yes.
Okay. 24.
Absolutely hits.
And then 23 is going to hit. So each of them get score one hit. They have, you take 6 damage from each, so that's 12 damage total. And that is the end of their turn. It is now Hilda's turn.
Oh, okay. So there's one of these flying hound beasts.
Yeah,
right upon.
Yeah, they're really large. Like, I mean, these are large beasts. It's like a mastiff almost. But with these big kind of like grimacing faces. They're like flat and they almost look humanoid. But their mouths are just drooling with it, like anticipation. Like I don't know if you've ever gone on a hunt before, but this dog is like right in your face and just and looks like he's about to like bite you.
Okay. And if I recall, they said to not use very much magic on Rontame, correct?
They said that magic is sorely, or is greatly. They would dissuade you from using it. Yes. They did say that sometimes in self-defense, the case has been made, but you know, take that warning as you will.
Hilda doesn't like that at all. She's going to be kind of moderate about it, though. She is going to take her hammer and say a little blessing onto it and sort of place her hands on it, and you can see it start to sort of glow a coppery red into a coppery white. She's casting heat metal on this thing, on her hammer. And she is going to, this is last time she hit an animal before it hit her, it turned out badly. She's gonna do it anyway. Go ahead. Try and hit this spooky thing.
Mm-hmm. And smoke is billowing off of it as DeCool's like greenish smoke is just kind of pouring off this thing also.
Okay, great. Sweet. Get my extra die. I am struggling with the new D&D Beyond character sheet for a moment. There we go. I see what I got. All right, that is a 21 to hit.
Oh, that's going to do it.
Sweet. All right. That. Extra 2d8. 3, 7, 9, 12 damage.
Okay.
On that one. And that is what she's going to do for now. She's going to try to call after E to get it together.
Get your shit together. Okay. So you do 12 damage to that one. Call to E. It is now Elry's turn. Elry, you have a dog basically hovering like a foot off the ground, like drool sluicing down like in front of you, just dripping on the ground as this thing is just hot to get at you.
He basically pays the dog no mind as he's watching E run away, and E, where are you going? E! There's things to fight. All right. He is going to use his cunning action to disengage from the one in front of him, and I am going to attack Hilda's one that's in front of her. So okay. I want to come in at that one with the rapier. Let us see. That would be an 18 to hit.
Okay. 18 does hit.
18 does hit. That is a good thing. Let me make sure I have I too am having problems here figuring out where all my stuff is. There we go. Okay, 7, and then I get my sneak attack. That's pretty good. That sucks. 20.
Okay, 20. And you did roll that with advantage, correct?
Oh, I did not.
Because they are lit up by the fairy fog.
Worse than the first roll.
Okay. Okay, yeah, that does hit.
Okay, he is then, I'm assuming that we were side by side whenever these things ran up, so how much movement do you think he used of his 25? Like 5 feet to get over to, 10 feet to get over to Hilda, wherever when he disengaged his and rolled over?
Say 10.
I'm going to disengage again. And not disengage the action, I'm just going to pull away and elicit an attack of opportunity, as I am going to join DeCool up at the front. So with that hit, I'm going to pull away. If it wants to attack me, have at me.
Okay. And I'm sorry, how much did you do again? 20?
20. I did 20.
Okay. And your weapon is magical?
It's the rapier, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you stab it kind of right behind the shoulder blade, and it kind of coughs out a little bit and spits some like black blood that drips down. And you move away, and it is going to take a snap at you. Yeah, that's like a 26. So it is going to hit you, and you are not frightened. That's good. So you're going to take 11 as this thing like bites down, like as you're moving away, just kind of bites down on your left shoulder and just kind of takes a cut out of you.
And I can use Uncanny Dodge to reduce that to 5 or 6, right?
Oh yeah.
What's the up or down for that one? 6?
Yeah, sure.
Sure. Okay. That's still terrible, but all right.
You're gonna need it. So what?
All right.
Cool. Back to the top of the initiative.
I see how he's getting mauled right beside me. My natural instinct is to help him and forget the two guys in front of me. He's still standing right beside me, right? With the wolf thing that gnawed.
Well, I mean, he moved away from Hilda to you, right?
To me, right? Yeah. So
he's like right there next to you, and you're engaged with these two. You know, you're not sure what they are. They look otherworldly. When you see like the flashes, they have like kind of like scarves or something covering part of their face, but yeah, these things don't look. They're not human.
As a natural reaction, I'm going to do an unarmed attack with like an elbow smash to kind of get him off of Elry as much as I can. So,
okay.
14.
14 does not hit. It kind of.
I didn't roll with advantage. I'm sorry. I have one more dice roll. Sorry.
Well, these guys aren't lit up. It's only the hounds that are. Yeah, these guys, both of them are kind of barking orders, like at one to one hound and one to the other.
Okay.
And so,
all right.
By the way, does anybody speak Sylvan? Well, then never mind. Probably should ask that in the back of the chat. Okay. Yeah, these guys are barking orders in some language that you've never heard of.
But with Dako's missed opportunity attack, his bonus attack, he's going to reach down and draw his blade and upswing across what is seemingly his head.
Okay. Well, remember, you now get 2 attacks with your attack action. So before you get to your bonus, because you only took 1.
Right.
Okay. Well, you just said with your bonus attack.
No. Sorry. Well, with
sorry.
My extra attack. That's on me.
Oh, okay.
So
I'm sorry.
Attack. Right. It's going to be with my bonus action. Can I want to be able to use flurry of blows to close it out? Can I use that as a bonus action, or does that have to be the first hit out of my second attack?
Well, I mean, you should complete your attack action, so you're going to attack with your sword and then do your 2 unarmed strikes. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
All right. So, the sword swipe.
Okay.
19.
Oh, 19 is a hit. Which one are you swinging at, 1 or 2?
Just 1.
Well, I mean, like number 1 or number 2. I'm saying just pick 1, so I know.
1.
Okay, cool.
1.
Well, you still get your bonus from your dexterity.
Yes.
So that's a plus what?
That's a plus 5. So
okay, so 6 damage. All right. So you slash him across the chest as he tries to get out of the way, and he's and just kind of spits a curse.
Spit on your leg. I have a flurry of blows coming.
Okay.
Spend the key point. 19.
That's gonna hit.
And sorry. Oh my god. 6 a 5 again.
Oh, 5 to hit?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yep. That misses.
No, hold on. The first one was a swing and a miss, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you rolled a 14 total, right?
Right.
Yeah, that was a miss.
Okay. And that one was a miss too. All right. That, sir, means I am spent.
Okay, you're done there. Okay, E404.
All right, so now I'm not frightened.
You're
I
not frightened.
push down that panic survivor protocol. I realize,
Did you clear
and
your
I
cache
realized I left all my friends with dangerous things, so I'm gonna run back.
Okay.
I mean, I just used the one movement, so getting one
Okay.
movement back should get me to the hound that's right by
Yeah, you
Hilda.
run right back around the corner, and I would say that you could engage with the hound on Hilda or one of the two of these new foes that weren't there when you were around, but now there are two new foes that have kind of dark cloaks and hoods. Can't really see their face, kind of see their red eyes and kind of stringy hair. But I mean, the thing you notice about them is how like shadows almost seem like to cling to them.
Okay. So are there still two hounds or just one now?
Oh, there's still two hounds, and they're both
Okay.
floating about 1.5 feet, 2 feet off the ground.
All right, I'm gonna hit one of those hounds.
Okay.
And I'm gonna activate my rage.
Okay.
So, yep.
E4.
Termination protocol initiated with a 23.
Okay.
So, with that initial rage, anything within 10 feet of me gets those, how many points of damage now? 3 points of fire damage now.
3 points of fire damage. Anything within 10 feet of you.
Yep.
And you were attacking the hound on Hilda.
The hound on Hilda.
Okay, so everybody within 10 feet of E takes 3 damage.
Yep.
And
But
everyone give me a perception check.
and that's 10 points of bludgeoning hammer to the face damage to that hound.
Okay. And your weapon is just a normal mundane, right? Okay.
Yep. And I'm going to attack it again. With
23 perception.
Okay.
We got a 9 perception.
16 to hit.
16 hits.
All right. And that's another 9 points of damage.
Okay. So E comes charging around the corner. Heat blooms off of them. And Dakul, what was your perception check? E, you're raging. You don't get one.
Oh, my bad. I was muted. 20.
20. Okay. Dakul and Elri, in the throes of combat, regardless, both of you feel at your feet, you feel the ground like quiver. Just for a second. And then it just goes still. But you distinctly felt like the ground just kind of just shake for about a second.
Did that coincide with E going?
Yes. It was the moment as you felt the heat bloom off of them. There was just a shudder. And you might have heard like some like shutters on one of the buildings next to you kind of rattle a little bit. But you notice that, and then E comes in slamming on the hound, and it has several wounds on it. E, you did feel like even in your rage, like you're hitting this thing, and it's just not doing as much damage as it should.
Recalculating.
So the other hound that did not howl before lets out another, and Everyone else is fine, but E, I'm going to need another wisdom save from you. As y'all feel the initial feeling of like fear and dread, but you just quickly kind of push it away, like you're like, it's fine. But E, yeah, your subroutines kind of start.
It's like that, that the alert that you get on your computer that you just got in the habit of closing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it comes right back. So go ahead and give me another wisdom save.
Other wisdom save?
Yeah, for E404 from this.
Yeah, that's a 18.
Okay. Yeah, you're like, why did I run away from that? It's just a dog howling at me, or whatever the hell this thing is. The other one on Hilda, though, it actually turns and takes a snap at E. So E, 20 to hit?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, you're going to take... you're not currently frightened, though, so you're only going to take 11.
Okay.
And then the two guys on Dakul and Elri. One of them takes 2 swipes at you, Dakul. I rolled a 1 on one, and I rolled a 20 on the other, so sorry about that. So you're going to take 12 damage from the one attack. The other, you see him whisper a quick word, and this entire area is just bathed in darkness. Y'all are now in complete pitch black.
What about the fairy fire? Is that affected? I don't remember.
How does...
It'd be a source of magical light, right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, but it's not daylight and it's not dispel. Because fairy fire is a 1st level spell, darkness is a 2nd level spell, so I'm going to say it's a stronger spell. So yeah, if you're in darkness, you can't see the fairy fire. I mean, the fairy fire is still there. This is one of those things. I'm going to say that no, you are in darkness, so yeah. All the things that are applicable to being blinded right now. And so that is the end of their turn.
Hey, Prue,
Yep.
with me doing my unarmed strike first, don't I get a +2 to AC?
Yes, you do.
Yeah, then a 20 would miss.
Then you don't take... Oh, no. I rolled a nat 20. I got a crit.
Oh!
Yeah, no, I rolled a crit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I rolled a 20 and a 1. So, so anyway, sorry about that, man.
Oh.
But you're staying on top of those all those abilities. This is when you can start forgetting some of them once you get too many. So yeah, it's Hilda's turn.
All right, so it's Hilda's turn. We are plunged into darkness. Yes.
And you can start to hear the sounds of like after that especially after that second bang, like you can hear the sounds of like sounds like maybe people like coming out of buildings, like shouts of alarms and cries and everything from in the general area around you, but you're not really sure how far away it is. Being in the darkness, kind of between these buildings, it's all echoing around.
Okay. I'm thinking. If this is the case, if this is what's going on, then Hilda is probably just going to call out to her compatriots and say, like, everybody get the fuck out. And she's going to ready an action to attack if she gets attacked. I think that's what she's going to do.
You're going to ready an action to attack.
Take an attack action in the event that something hits me that I can't see.
Okay.
Give everybody a chance to try to leave the darkness.
Okay.
She's tanking, Pruitt.
I totally get that. Okay, so, and just so you know, yes in chat, they are correct. Darkness does dispel the fairy fire. So, yeah, the fairy fire is gone. Okay, so you're ready. You yell to everybody, just GTFO, and you're readying an action to attack should you be hit. Okay, But otherwise, you're not moving.
I'm not, no.
Okay, Elry.
As soon as the darkness hits, Elry smiles and he pulls out his dagger, closes his eyes, and he is going to go for the one that was on Dakul. He wants to try to hit the one that Dakul hit, and I know I have to roll this at disadvantage, correct?
Yes.
It's an 18. And I'm going to re-roll that too, if that's okay, with my luck.
This is why you have it.
That's a nat 1. Now, what do I do here? Because we talked about the luck and the halfling's luck, and you said that if it happened, they would stack. But here we are, faced with it on stream, Pruitt, where I told you.
True. Where luck says you have to use the reroll, but the reroll's a 1, and halflings can get an auto reroll on 1s. Oh, man. I'm going to be nice this one time, Greg. You can reroll that 1.
Okay. I'm not going to argue. That would be, it's still not great. That's a 14.
A 14. 14 just misses. Dakul rolled a 14 against this guy like twice already.
I thought so.
Okay. So
bonus action, I'm going to disengage. And I am going to, as a good pirate does, he is going to fall back into the darkness towards the sounds of his captain. And as he backs away, he's just going to say, I didn't hit him. I missed it. I fucking missed him. And he's just going to back away from Dakul.
Okay. How far are you going? You gonna move in your whole move, or?
I'm going to, well, I can't see where I'm moving. So do I move out of, he's trying to move out of the darkness, but he's probably going to end up getting into the hounds again. So if he just moves up and he realizes he's kind of bumping into hounds and E404 and Hilda,
okay,
that's where he's going.
Well, so once you swiped, did you move backwards from where you were, or did you move forwards?
I retreated towards the position that I earlier was with Hilda. So, but he can't see how far he's going. So eventually he's probably going to run into a dog or a robot or a pissed off dwarf cleric.
Yeah, I mean, as you're backing away, you can kind of hear the sounds of combat of E and Hilda as they're like moving by, or as you're moving by them. But you do move your full 25 feet.
Yeah, I'm going to move past. Okay. So it produces an attack of opportunity. I don't know if it does with them or not, but
no, because the hounds can't see in the darkness. You hear as you kind of like do your flourish to disengage, you hear kind of a, what in any language sounds like a curse from the guy that you were fighting. And yeah, the sounds of battle between Hilda and the hound and E are kind of off to your right, and you back up 25 feet, and you get right to the edge of the darkness as you're kind of backing up towards the row of 4 buildings behind you. You can kind of see on the little town map there, the little row of 4 buildings that are connected next to the lawn. You are like right behind that set of buildings in the alleyway. So you've backed up. You see just the edge of the sphere of darkness. From each end of the, like on the far end of the alley, you can kind of see someone like looking down and like calling an alarm. But that's like, I don't know, 100 feet away. So that's what you see as you back up. Back to the top of the initiative with Dakul.
Yeah, attack. The creature that's in front of me, he's definitely going to feel the edge of this katana.
Okay, so you're
it's still number 1, I think.
I'm sorry, what was that?
It's still number 1, right? Creature number 1, and I'm rolling at disadvantage, right?
Yeah, you're going to be rolling at disadvantage. Yeah.
I'm mathing right now. 16.
16 hits.
Yes. 13.
13?
Yes, 13 damage.
13 damage. That's quite a you don't see it, but you swipe your katana and you feel it bite deep into his belly. It cuts through his armor. You feel it yield to the edge, and he coughs out. You hear him spitting blood, and ragged breaths follow. Next.
Yes. I'm going to bring the blade back down upon him. My second attack. 2 4s. That's not going to work. 4 and 8. Doesn't matter. It's 11. I know that.
That's a miss.
Yes. For my bonus attack, it's going to be more of a that 300 kick to kind of like get away as my unarmed bonus attack.
Okay.
Oh, I can't even use that 20. You suck. 10 and 8, 18. Hey, there we go.
18 hits, yeah.
All right, and is the 6. 5 is 10. Yes.
So you did 10 damage.
Yes. And then I want to.
Something interesting happens. As you slash into this thing, and I'm gonna say just because this is fucking cool, you slash into this thing, and in that moment you hear this primal scream from that being, and in an instant you hear this flash, this and light explodes, dispelling the darkness, and it just flashes out like a supernova in about a 10-foot radius all around you. So you're gonna need to go ahead and give me a Constitution save, and let me think. 10-foot radius from Dakul. Maybe one of the hounds. Hilda, how close were you to Dakul?
Probably like 10 feet or so.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So go ahead and give me a Constitution save.
It's not poison in it, is it?
Nope. As this flash of light expands.
But that's for both of us, right?
Yep. Go ahead and give. Let me know.
Hilda got a 21.
Okay,
14. What is up with 14?
Okay. You're fine. Like you slashed, and you see this flash, and immediately like kind of flick your katana up and block the core of the light, and manage to shield your eyes from the brunt of it. The guy I said what it was. the enemy right next to him kind of like covers his eyes and just screams in anger. And you see just like some wisps of smoke coming off of his kind of cloak, and the side of his face is burned slightly, and he looks at you with like hate in his eyes. The darkness is gone, and you see him though like looking without seeing, like he's like looking at you blinking, but he after a second he kind of hones in on you and just closes his eyes, and it looks like he's ready to strike back. But you still have actions, right?
Yeah, that kind of changes some stuff. I'm gonna use another key point for flurry of blows.
I'm sorry, y'all also, my bad. You passed, but you're still gonna take 3 radiant damage.
Okay.
The heat of this explosion of light just kind of singes you slightly.
Oh, you know what? I did take that double hit. Shoot. Okay, so actually, I'm still going to use a key point, but I'm going to use Step of the Wind and go where Elry is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are you using it for a dash or a disengage?
As a disengage.
Okay, cool. You're gonna disengage and then move over to Elry.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
So you move around the corner, away from the other, and it is now E44's turn. There is, y'all are still battling one of these hounds. There's another one, and it looks like he's about to move over. And
Yeah.
now it's just you and Hilda in this alley fighting this one hound, and there's 2 other enemies.
Yeah, well, termination protocol still running. And I'm gonna hit with a 22.
22.
The hound ran in front of me.
Okay.
Which is a sorry, math in my head is happening. 12 points of damage.
Okay.
And another, I'm activating again with my bonus action, my radiating heat.
Okay.
So that's another 3 points of fire damage.
Okay, so you flash out with this fire damage, and the thing, like, you smash it on it, like right on its side of its head, and its face is kind of crushed in a little bit, and one of its eyes is swollen shut, and it's like still breathing, and then this wave of heat washes over it, and you just watch it kind of wither and just kind of whimper a little bit and fall over dead. And everyone else, give me a perception check.
17 for Hilda.
12 for Elry.
So what was it?
You're muted, Trey. What was it?
Oh, I was saying 14 again. That's like the third time in a row.
Okay. Hilda, you notice it this time. The ground below you, you just feel this like tremor. As you feel at the same moment as the heat from E404 washes over you, and you kind of recoil from the heat a little bit, you feel a tremor at your feet. And
I have one more hit.
Yeah, you have one more hit.
One more attack on that one that's going to go after my friends.
Okay.
No, you're not. With a 17.
What were you attacking? You attacking the other hound, or are you attacking the sword wielding enemy?
Whoever's starting to run after.
Okay. Well, I mean, they both look like they're about to turn on you, because you're the only two in the alley. So, like, if you look up, you just pick. They're equal distance.
Yeah, I'll pick one. I'll pick the guy on the left. Sure.
Okay. Guy with the sword.
Yeah, and that is 10 points of hammer to the face.
All right. Yeah, you hit him in the face with your hammer, and he does not look happy at all. Okay. So the guy in front of you that you just hit with a hammer, he like curses and like spits blood, and he barks an order at the hound, and you see him just kind of like lean down. And again, y'all are like between these two buildings, so there's a lot of shadow from all the kind of the mage lights that are around the Magate Acadium, and you know, kind of in the more traveled areas. And you just see him like dip down, and it looks like he just disappears into the ground. And a little about 30 feet down the alleyway, you see him kind of pop up behind a box, and then he's running a further 30 feet, like the opposite direction. It looks like he's trying to bug out. The other hound takes up in the air and like flies over the kind of the corner of the building that Elry and Dakul ran around, and it looks like he's going to descend down and attack Dakul.
Hey, buddy, how's it going? Oh, shit!
As this thing just kind of and he comes right at you. Dakul, 22 hits?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you're going to take 11 more damage as this thing comes right over the top and like bites you. It just kind of catches you right on the back, like right on your shoulder blade. And you just feel its teeth kind of raking across the bone a little bit. And it's at that moment, if things couldn't get worse, Elry, like right in front of you, as if made from shadow itself, you see the form of pale form, a feminine form, just kind of step sideways out of the shadow, a crooked smile on her face. Her skin looks like it's almost bleached white. It looks like the tattoos of like chains maybe going around her throat, except they look like they're moving. They look like they're writhing, like they are made of shadow as she steps out, running down her shoulders, around her chest, down each arm, just wrapping just these onyx links of chain that come down around her wrist, and then they extend from each hand as she completes stepping out and begins whipping them to and fro. It looks like just wisps of shadow being taken off, and she lashes out, and it looks like she's lashing with one at Dakul, and at the other she's looking right at you, Elry, with this just wicked grin on her face.
I'm gonna need a charisma score check because so far your description is an 18.
Yeah, she's probably got a 19 charisma. But I mean, this being is otherwise just pure grace, and again, it's just pure grace and shadow that just kind of like slides out. It doesn't even look like they're actually moving. It's more like a dance, really. And so she begins whipping her chains like to and fro. Cool. Yeah, I got a 25 to hit you. So that is going to be 10 damage, and I'm gonna need you to make a dexterity save for me, please.
Gotcha. Yeah. 12.
12. Okay, she like basically whips you right around the leg and yanks your leg out, and you fall prone to the ground. And then she like whips a chain at Elry. And that's gonna hit. Elry, I'm gonna need a dexterity save. You're gonna take 10 damage.
What is the attack? What did she get to hit?
A 22.
Motherfucker. Okay. All right, so a dex.
Yeah, a dex save.
That's a nat 20.
A nat 20. Yeah, it looks like she's trying to do something similar. She looks like she was trying to wrap you up completely with her chain. You still are going to take 10 damage from the chain itself. And as she was whipping, and she's going for a third attack, and it looks like she was about to hit Dakul on the ground, but since you broke free, she's going to attack you yet again with her third attack.
Can I uncanny dodge that one for 5, please?
The one that just hit you?
The one that just hit me, yeah.
Yeah, go for it. And that's going to be that's even higher to hit. So I'm going to need another dexterity save from you, sir.
Guys! That's a nat 1. I'm going to halfling luck that shit. Come, what's wrong with you, die? God damn it. Okay, 19. 12 plus 7.
19, yeah. Again, the chain like hits you right across the chest, and it's the oddest sensation because you barely feel it. Like, I mean, it's like you're being hit with shadow, but it's just like this cold runs through you as it hits you. And you're going to take another 10 points of damage. And
okay.
That's the end of... Yep. That's the end of my turn. So next is Hilda.
Whoa. Oh. So, this thing is no longer in front of me. It left, right? It's gone.
Yes. The sword wielding foe.
Yes.
The humanoid.
I thought there was like a houndy beast.
No, remember it flew over the building and attacked Dakul.
It did. But there's still somebody in front of me. I can see.
I mean, he's like 60 feet down the alleyway in full retreat.
Ugh. Okay.
The opposite direction of where Elry and Dakul are.
The opposite direction of where Elry and Dakul are. Well, I'm going to let him run away. I'm going to go to Elry and Dakul. And this chain lady. Yes. Fleetwood Mac's The Chain starts playing in Hilda's head, and she's very confused.
Yeah.
Starts to cry a little bit. Doesn't know why. It's a heavy album.
Yep.
And so, and she looks at everybody. How are y'all doing down there? How beat up are my friends?
I'm pretty sure both Elry and Dakul are pretty ass whipped.
This is the most beat up I've ever seen Elry.
Feeling a little woozy here.
Oh,
I don't feel so good.
How far away are you guys from me?
30 feet.
30 feet. All right. I'm going to go up there and...
Technically 25. Elry's move is only 25.
Right.
Nicole and I are suffering from Thanos fever. We both thought, I don't feel very good.
Oh, great. Okay. Hilda doesn't like this shit. And she is going to, on her way there, she's going to cast a guiding bolt at 3rd level at this lady. Sure.
Okay.
All right. That's a nat 20, Pruitt. Nat 20.
All right. All right. Get it.
All right. I don't have nearly enough D6s for this shit. Wait, yes I do. I don't know who these are. They're mine. Oh, they're from Tribe Games, Comics and Games from Austin, Texas. We love them very much. All right.
I was in there recently with Jim.
Yes, you were. I've been there in 2 years. I love it. All right. So, I hit.
I picked up the West End Star Wars 30th Anniversary books.
Ooh. Let's see. 15.
Sorry, my bad.
Just 7. $27 and 18 is
45.
45. Yeah, 45. Thank you. You got more sleep than me. Wonderful. Yeah, 45 damage, radiant on this lady. That's Hilda's action. For her bonus action, she is going to cast a healing word.
Sorry, I'm
What?
gonna have to stop you there.
Why?
You can only cast one spell of 1st level or higher a turn.
I cast the guiding bolt at 3rd level.
And healing word is, but it's the only way you can do that is if the other is a cantrip. That's the only way you can cast 2 spells in one round.
Fucking bullshit. No.
I'm sorry, but
They're different levels, bro.
I know, but it's 1st level or higher. You're not allowed to cast 2 spells of 1st level or higher
I hate
in the same round. That's why you can do like a smite spell as a bonus, and then do like one of the melee cantrips. That's a popular combo.
This game's full of shit, Pruitt. And whatever love I have for
You just
D&D.
dropped 45 and gave the next person to attack advantage. I mean,
Yeah, but want to heal my fucking friend. Sorry,
Well-
you heard it here first. Emma hates D&D, but I love this game. Keep watching, please.
D&D is fun. Come on. All right. So Hilda, you're done. Elry, it's all you, man. You're sitting here toe to toe.
All right, you beautiful seductress.
I didn't hear no bell.
Yeah. I'll be like an angel sitting on your shoulder. Okay, so I am going to attack this sucker, rapier in. I get advantage on this bad boy, right?
That you do.
10. Okay, so it's gonna be an 18 to hit.
18 hits.
Okay. Come on. I'm nervous. It's a 6 plus 11. Sneak attack. Oh, double 6s! 11, 23, 26. Drink it in, you beautiful seductress. Drink that rapier in.
Elry, how do you want to do this?
Oh, just like I did. As soon as he sees his captain come through and save his ass, save his buddy's ass as they are getting their asses handed to them by this chain creature, he is going to run her through with the rapier, but then he is going to step aside. So this chain woman has a perfect view of Hilda, and he's going to whisper into her ear as she's dropping down to her knees into his level. You see that? That's what it's like to have friends and a captain. You see what she did to you? Take it with you wherever the hell you're going. Take it with you. And he pulls it out.
And yeah, as you're saying that, and you pull the blade out, she slips off the blade and like hits the ground, and like it looks up at you, and it's just like, I have friends too. They'll be along. And then she slumps to the ground and begins to dissipate into shadow.
And he's yelling at the fog. We'll fuck them up too. We'll fuck them both up.
And once again, as because again, this was only 20 seconds. It's about this time people really start piling into the alleys and looking, and you just wide-eyed and shocked at what they have just seen. There's quite a commotion, and there you are. All is quiet except for the crowds that are now gathering around you. And quickly you see a few instructors from the Magate Acadium running up. You recognize Krill, and it looks like he's got like a satchel with some books in it, and he just like comes running up. His generous proportions are kind of jiggling underneath his robes as he's red-faced and what? Stand aside, make a hole, people. What's what happened? The beast, I felt it. What happened here? Who harmed the beast?
We were attacked.
Cool. What? Please tell me. Stand back, people. Stand back. And he begins yelling at a few instructors and looks like some later year students to cordon off the area. And you see him starting pulling out magical focuses and whatnot. Please tell me what attacked you?
We were walking down the alley and these wolf-like creatures appeared with their handlers, and then this crazy woman with chains on her. We did our best to defend ourselves, but E404 may have disturbed something.
What? And he kind of stops, looks up, like, what do you mean disturb something?
We were defending ourselves. She did what was natural to save our lives. Lots of smoke, fire, and heat. And then the ground started rumbling. I don't
fire
know.
And heat. What? And he kind of looks over. And E, kind of in the aftermath here. What is E doing?
He hasn't snapped out of it.
Okay, so E,
Just standing there, still smoking.
Mm-hmm.
Still having that faint red glow, and the red glows our eyes.
Okay. You see some people at the end of the alleyway are trying to approach, and some other robed figures are like, no, hold back. And they're all kind of looking back at you from the other end of the alley. You saw the other guy, you saw him kind of duck. He didn't duck around the corner. He ducked in a area of darkness, and that's the last you saw of him. What is E's intention right now?
I want to find wherever that shadowy figure went. Just so, I think to the mages, it looks like E's walking right towards them.
Okay. Yeah. Technically, yes. You're walking to the other end of the alley. Yeah. So you're stalking there, eyes glowing, smoke billowing out of your ears.
Are we out of initiative now?
Yeah, there are no more enemies, but you see E walking to the opposite end where the last of the assailants departed or escaped, and so that's what you see right now.
Is there any way that Elry can cast tensors underneath them, lift E404 and bring them back up this way? He wants to begin we're on the bottom of the ship. Remember that, E? Remember when we're outside and we're looking at the stars and we can't get hot in the stars because then we blow up. Remember that? Remember when we're not hot in the stars? And he just wants to try to keep tensors, and if it's like a treadmill, if they're walking and he's moving tensors like with them, but back, it's we're on the bottom of the Don Rose, remember? And he's like just beat to shit. He's got his shit's all up. I can remember when we were on the John Rose and we're in the bottom of it. And we were just looking at the stars and my head hurt. Yeah, we have the bottom and the can't get hot. So he's trying his best.
Dakul's going to tell everybody that's standing around to get back. It is not safe. Tell Krill to tell his people to stand back just for a moment.
Elry's also trying to elevate E404 off of the ground with tensors so they're not touching or burning the ground.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe removing the coal from the back of the manta ray might help a bit to elevate them.
Okay, yeah, I mean, they are about 3 feet off the ground.
Hey, E! Calm down, cool off.
So, E, do you what happens? Are you still trying to approach?
As Elry's voice rings out, and as the termination procedure times out, there's kind of lowering of the tone of the words as they slow down, and you see the eyes kind of again flicker intensely before going down to black. And E probably like kind of stops.
And yes, and as your eyes kind of dim to black, and she just kind of they kind of stand there on the tensor's floating disc. E, you look up, and your point of view, there's only darkness except for like right in front of you, and you realize, E, that it's like a port window, like you're inside of some like enclosure. You might recognize it from kind of the capsule that Hilda found you in. It looks like similar dimensions, and there was a window there, but that was all just beat to hell, and the glass was broken when Hilda found you and turned you on. But this is new. Glass is clean, and you're looking out, and you can see a hallway runs in front of you, to the left and to the right. The hallway's probably about 20 feet wide, and as you look through the window across, you can see another cylindrical casing. Looks like there's kind of like piping and like some kind of wiring or something running into the top, and you can vaguely make out the shape of another face similar to your own. Another unit just like yours, and you look to the right, and it's similar thing, just kind of offset down the hallway, or all these chambers as you look, and as you look to the right, you see a cylindrical object or something come into view, and it's quickly you realize that it is the orb of a beholder, just kind of hovering by. Its eyes going down the hallway, like looking up and down at all of the casings, looking up, looking at a little screen on the side, moves to the next one, looking at it. And you also see a robed figure, probably somewhere between 6 and 7 feet. It's hard to tell because you're not really sure how close you are to the ground. You don't know if you're even with the flooring outside of this small chamber that you're in. But it's following along behind the beholder. And you can't see its face. But as it kind of walks right in front of the window of your pod, you see the slightest flicker of a pink tentacle out the front of the hood. And then it walks on by. And you snap, and you are in the alleyway as your eyes, and you power back up. And you're standing on this cylindrical disc about 3 feet off the ground with a robed wizard in front of you, like waving his hand, like, "You see me?" Oh.
Aye. and immediately looking for their friends.
Hi.
Elry is right behind you.
Yep, still jacked up over here.
Oh, Hilda's gonna heal you too if she can. Just ask first.
Yes, please.
Hi, wizard. Can I help my friends? Is it okay?
Is the wizard Krill?
Yes, the wizard there is Krill. It looks like he's wanting to hear what, just please describe what they were. Maybe we can figure it out. I mean, xenobiology is my specialty, so maybe just give me the details. The details, the cool.
Yes. Give me a moment. I'm catching my breath. It was a dog wolf-like creature, but his face was not normal. It looked like me and you in the face. It was quite human. I've never seen anything like it. And his handlers were dark and mysterious. I can't. It happened so quickly. And then the other lady with the.
Did it howl?
Yes, it howled in a way that immediately struck irrational fear in all of us.
Yes, these are the cool. These were fey creatures. These are. Oh my. They are.
Fake.
They are. Some call them Yeth hounds. They are from the lands of Fey. Either the Winter Courts or sometimes the Shadowfell. They like to exist in utter darkness. They are terrible foes. They strike fear in the hearts of their prey and then chase them down and tear them asunder. You're truly mighty warriors to survive that.
Warriors are extremely lucky. What about the two men that were behind them?
Well, I mean, that just depends. I mean, what did they look like? How did they fight? What did they do?
One of them turned into a star when the Cool killed it.
And literally his eyebrows shoot up. Oh my god, the Eldar. They are definitely from the Shadowfell. They move in shadow. They be able to darken an area. Things of that sort.
Yeah. There was a beautiful seductress with chains who desperately wanted to make love to me. But it didn't pan out for anyone. I don't know if we were compatible, being from the Fae and me being amazing.
Chains. Were they part? They were part of her body. Did they extend from her?
I would say so.
There's a lot of extending going on.
Extendings and whoopings. Yes, how you describe it sounds correct. She was very pale-skinned. And she appeared out of the shadow, out of nothingness.
Okay. Yes, she was probably one of the Shadar Kai, the cursed elves. Yet another. This is definitely the work of the Shadowfell. Whatever it is that you did, you have drawn the eye of something dangerous.
What we did? We were merely walking.
They do not just attack randomly. They're not gonna just. These aren't creatures that want to be in and around any kind of light or sunlight. I mean, they're working here. I mean, we don't have a sun, so it makes sense. But if they were coming after you, there has to be a reason. I mean, it's not gonna just happen randomly.
Well, as soon as I hear you must put us in front of somebody who knows more. We do not know if we will get attacked again.
That is true. My only advice is if there's no shadow, then they can't sneak up on you. But that's just
follow advice.
Hardly seems possible.
Again, otherwise, I mean, these creatures, if all they need is a sliver of shadow and they could appear. This is truly troubling.
Is there world, the shadow world? Is that is that a world on here on top of the beast? Is it someplace else? I do not understand the shadow realm.
The Shadowfell is it's the plane of shadow. It is from which all shadows and all darkness. It's the domain of some call her the Raven Queen, the gods of death, things of that sort. But it is a place of eternal night. It is a place of eternal darkness. And for them to come here, there has to be a reason. They don't just come here to the material plane. I mean, all the planes they are their own place, but they are kind of stacks on to one another. And if you know the keys, the ways to walk between them, that you can do this thing. But this is troubling.
And he continues to try to work, his hands kind of shaking a little bit. And even at that, he kind of like mutters a word, and a series of lights kind of light up the alleyway, and it's now bathed in solid light as he continues to work. But he's kind of taking notes, and he's still talking to you, but it looks like he's trying to keep busy.
Ask him, is it all right if I heal my friends? It's going to upset Ronjme.
Oh, yes.
They look fucking terrible.
Yeah, you may heal your friends. We won't. But we'll need to talk. We'll need to talk more.
You need to help us.
So Dakul gets 14.
Ooh. I will take every last piece of that 14.
Elry gets 13.
I'm almost healed.
Well, I'm a long way from out of here.
You at this point would have stepped off of the disc.
But I live.
Elry's lying on the disc then, as he is just...
All right.
Dakul is also going to ask Krill, are there any mages that can help speed this healing along while we gain information?
Yes, and it looks like he's kind of been scanning this area this whole time as y'all been talking, and he's like, yes, I've got some interesting, I've got enough readings here. And it looks like he kind of like scraped up some of the very remnants, like kind of the ash that was left from the one that it kind of exploded. He gathered some of that up, and then checked all the other areas you pointed out. He's like, yes, let us go to the let me compose myself. My God. Let's go to the Arcadium. We can go there because casting is free and magic can't pass through it, so we'll be safe there to talk for the time being. I'll summon the Grand Magus, and we'll discuss this. We'll discuss this further. And he begins to walk towards the kind of that domed arch structure that's just off to the left of the Magate Arcadium. The Magate Arcadium, excuse me. And you, assuming y'all follow him there, yes?
I have to get healed. I am a long way out of the woods. I took an ass whoop.
Oh, yes, of course. And he kind of like rummages around in one of his bags, and he pulls out a potion of a light blue liquid that just kind of shimmers in the mage lights that he has above you. He's like, "Oh, please, here, drink this. You will feel much better. Please, it's
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I'll take that.
Okay. Do you drink it?
Yes.
You die.
You heal for a further 14.
Yes. closer to myself.
But yes, please, let us make haste. And he kind of like looks up. You see him like look up at the tower, and he just like mutters a word. Join us in the Arcanium, Magus, please. You hear him kind of say that, and then he continues walking. You reach the Arcanium, which again, it's these just like three large arches that kind of converge and create a slightly open dome structure. There's a set of staircases just kind of going around the entire structure. They're almost like bleachers, but stairs also. And they go down about 20 rows, and then there is a flat floor. It looks like there were some people there, and they were like at the rim of the stairs, like looking down the alleyway as y'all were walking. And he as you approach, he's like, "Please go home, kids. Classes are canceled. You go inside, be safe. We'll come and instruct you when we have further information. Please." And they all just immediately, all the students begin. Looks like they were practicing, spells in here. And they immediately begin hacking up all their gear and their books and arcane devices, and start heading towards the student housing. And even from as you're moving from the college itself, all you just see just a flood of students all heading towards the student housing, as more mages are coming down the stairs and converging with y'all. And when you finally get to the Arcanium, you have a crowd of about 12 wizards, including Krill and the Grand Magus. And y'all are just kind of standing there on the stairs, just basically they just want to know what happened. What Krill fills them in on the creatures that attacked you, the Eldar and the Yeth and the Shadar Kai. And you see the Grand Magus's face get a little paler. And he's like, have you found the cause of distress to Rontame? And he's like, well, no. And they kind of turn and they look at all of you. And it's like, did any of you cast a spell that hit the ground, that hit the beast itself?
No, I do not remember.
Nope.
I was too busy running to see.
I hit the beast with a spell. Or not Rontame. The thingy. The thing. The big bad thing.
Oh, you mean the Shadar Kai,
Yes.
the chain wielding abomination from the Shadowfell.
Yes, and the dog thing too.
It didn't make contact with Rontame itself, the ground, or any part of it, right?
I don't believe so.
Well,
although the thing did cast darkness.
Yes. Well, again, we'll send a team over there to kind of, they turn around and mutter to some of the mages, and like 3 or 4 of them walk off back down the alleyway. And so they continue, like, just basically discussing, like, what happened. Everything should be fine. So sorry that this happened. It's just, it's a shame that you were attacked like this. I mean, it being the Fae, it can't be coincidence. The mages who looked at your ship, they said that the only thing out of order was there was a lingering essence that hung about the room, and it was a Fae essence. Do you know anything about this?
Dakul is going to unknowingly nudge Elry.
She was, Yuan T, correct? Celestra? Yanti?
Yeah,
Is that
Thruster was
Fae?
a Yanti pureblood. Yeah.
That's not Fae, right?
Mm,
Or he's still like 9/10 out of it.
Yeah.
no, unfortunately, no. Yanti is not Fae. Hmm.
I tell you who you can ask. That prick Ledbetter. He's got a whole book of secrets, I bet.
Well, and you see like we need an insight check for this, but the Grand Magus, you see kind of a knowing smile. It's like, well, yes, I don't doubt that.
Hilda got a crit on that.
On what?
Nat 20 insight check.
The look on his face, like this is an elf. He's been around for a long time, longer than you have, and so it stands to read like he obviously knows Ledbetter pretty well, and it's kind of a, yeah, he's got secrets. His secrets have secrets.
But yes, we will have to discuss this further. Yes.
Have anybody been to this shadow realm that you speak of? This Shadow Kai?
Well,
What's
the
tell
chained,
us?
yeah, the chained being was a Shadar Kai. Apparently, they exist and reside in what is called the Shadowfell. It is the plane of shadow. It is not a very nice place. It is a place where nightmares come from. It is a place that the dead travel through.
Wait. These people would not travel over realms to start trouble with us without being instigated. Have you had business with these people before?
No, it is.
So
not-
this is the first time you have run across them.
other than in a textbook. Yes, I have never had any dealings with beings from the Shadowfell. No.
This is the Grand Magus who kind of has taken over talking to you.
So what do we do when they, or if they attack again?
Oh, well, capturing one is going to prove quite difficult. They have a tendency to melt into shadow to get away when the odds aren't in their favor. So I'm not sure.
You are not sure.
There are certain spells that you could, if you could commune with otherworldly entities to try to find things out, that's one way. We could try to contact Zofia Sill in the Nero's system. The Fey essence on the Dawn Rose, and then Fey creatures showing up. That is the only thread that I see right now. And I do know that she was instrumental in the creation of the Dawn Rose.
Sophia Zil.
I could send word to her.
Yes. I know, I would like to know.
It will take. I will have to repair to my study to cast the necessary incantation, but I would be wary. Any of your travels could be watched. They could be. I'm so sorry this happened. Nothing like this has happened in counted memory here.
It surely is a blight on your fine academy here. I think that a night of free drinks at the higher level of the foamy beard would be in order for us to forget of these terrible dealings in your fine city on the back of a fish.
Gray, but yes, and you see the Grand Magus kind of look over at Krill and kind of like arch an eyebrow a little bit, be like, "Did you told them about?" Yes, this can be arranged. Would you like us to arrange an escort to ensure that you arrive? And he kind of just motions. I mean, it's like 2 buildings over from where y'all are. But yes, that can be arranged.
No, he just throws a rope around Claude and Hans and have them pull his Tensor's floating disc in the direction of the foaming beard as he rides like a sleigh.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, it's frothy beard, foaming beard. It's all right. I said both last time, so but
When things are frothy, they're usually foamy too.
that is true, especially on the 7th level. So anyway, we're gonna move on as y'all move over to the frothy beard. You enter to what is now a pretty vacant place. Like the streets, as y'all have been talking, they pretty much have been wizards have been going out and pretty much instructing everyone to, basically we're gonna lock the town down and have a look about as everything kind of gets looked at. Yes.
We have to find our little college boy who we promised we would get all frothy and foamy.
Oh, are you talking about College Bill? Yeah.
College Bill. Yeah, we got to find him.
Well, I mean the students have been ordered to their domiciles. Is there some information that he was researching for you?
Yes, but Emma's too tired to remember, even though Hilda would totally know. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yes. Well, perhaps we can see if he has gathered that information, and we will get it to you. I promise. And if there is nothing else, I can have a detachment of wizards escort you over. And we will meet you in a bit. Krill, would you mind?
Yes, of course. Please, to cool everybody. Let us go and at least try to calm our nerves with drink. We will talk a little bit. We'll talk more.
Okay. I will bring Hellion too.
Okay.
What? It's the worst.
Hey man, he's a scientist that likes cute, adorable animals like Hellion. We'll be okay.
And so y'all walk into the frothy beard. Going in the front door, it's just a simple, looks like wooden door. And then just inside, there is a kind of a stoop inside that goes down. Kind of like buildings up in Seattle or whatever, where the ground just keeps sinking. So they basically have it's about a 20-foot staircase that goes down to the floor of this. As you basically come in on the 2nd floor, and there is what should be a bustling bar, but again, most of the people have gone home. There's a few wizards that are still here talking, but right now there's just a bartender, a few wizards chatting. But you do see a rather large, probably a Goliath, maybe, over like at the end of the bar, just kind of like throwing a mug back, sliding it out, fills it up again, sits there, just shaking her head, and that's pretty much it.
What's your poison to cool?
Magus Krill is kind of walking down the stairs with you towards the barroom floor.
Whatever is the strongest. For I fear that I am going to need my mind a lot more loose to ask some of these questions.
Yes. Well, the strongest for a dwarf might be a little too strong for, say, someone like a human.
Good thing I am not all the way human.
Well, that is true. Forgive me.
Send it along. And make it a double.
Yes, and he goes to order. So what are y'all doing?
Ellery is complaining about why they're going down when they're supposed to be going up to the 7th floor. It seems like we're going down. This seems like a descent. We need to be going upwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and stopping at that place.
Well, in order to access the stairs to go to the 7th floor, it seems that we need to descend a few steps, as the structure of this building seems to be accommodating for the nature of this world.
So we have to go down to go up?
Yes.
All right. I like the way you put those things, E404. Quick and to the point. let's go down to go up. I'm heading to he just yells back to Nicole. I'm heading to 7.
Oh, yes. And like the Magus kind of points and kind of off to the side of the bar. You see a staircase that kind of spirals going up.
Ellery, let's keep that on the down low. We don't want to. And he like looks around. He's like, "Oh, right, there's no one here." Yes, yeah. Well, we'll be along.
As he's up at the bar, kind of ordering. And so, Ellery, you just walk straight to the staircase. You walk around the end of the bar, past the lone patron at the bar, this brooding Goliath, and walk up the stairs.
Yes.
Okay. And everyone else, what are y'all? Where y'all going to have a seat at?
I am going to tell Krill that we should have a conversation on the 7th. The way you made that 7th sound, it seems like an opportunity that I should not miss. And at the end of that finished statement, he is going to down that first drink.
Okay. You down it, and you immediately feel a lot better. The edge, off. It's gone.
Yes. On our way up, I want you to tell me how I can kill a Nyogi.
Well, I mean, they don't have many particular physical defenses. I mean, they're pretty, as I've heard people say, they're pretty squishy, so to speak. It's just the fact that they have usually they're dominated servants, they're slaves that they've dominated. So that's usually the hard part. If you could actually get to it, they're not too difficult to kill, from what I have read.
Good. I like soft and squishy. It makes it easier for the blade to slide through.
Yes.
Why are you not drinking?
Oh, sorry.
And he starts.
Hell, I like you. You're a good guy.
Yep. And he kind of like comes up. He's got some froth on his beard. He's like, oh,
and we have a title.
Finishes off.
And with that, he's gonna grab Hellion and just plop him in Krill's lap. And I think Hellion likes you too. Yes.
Elian comes up and starts kind of like lapping at a little bit of the foam, and like it's like you might have.
Oh, well, we don't want to get him a taste for that. Oh no, I'll be a drunk.
I want to. This is gonna sound funny. I want to proposition you.
He kind of freezes.
You say you like Hellion. I like Hellion. We all like Hellion. How would you like to study Hellion for as long as you want, as long as you stay with us?
I'm sorry. Stay with you. What do you mean?
Yeah, stay with us. I mean, everywhere we go is everywhere you and Hellion go.
Oh my. Oh, cool. I appreciate the offer, and there was a time that I did enjoy going out.
I'll pay you.
I appreciate it, and he pats you on the kind of the shoulder chest, And you notice like every finger has like a ring on it with a giant. I mean, like,
Dakul, I am the head of xenobiology here. This is when my life's work. I've taught at this academy for the last 20 years. I just got tenure, and so I don't want to give up what I have. And besides, these old bones, they've passed that time in their life.
How are you a scientist who studies the unknown, but you are scared to step into the unknown? We can have you back. I won't be having you forever. Don't make me snatch one of those rings off your fingers and make you my wife.
Cool. You kind of like spits out some beer and like, well,
I'll tell you what. I'll consider maybe taking a short leave while you're in the Toho sphere if you plan on visiting any of the other creatures. But other than that, I would have to insist. I can't leave my students. We're mid-semester. I can't leave them for long.
I understand.
But the offer is intriguing. Yes.
And so as they're like having this conversation, Hilda and E, what are y'all doing here? Having a brew, heading upstairs.
Yeah, Hilda's gonna get the same thing Dakul does, and she will tell the barkeep, "I'll get his," and points at the Goliath, just to be nice, and then mosey on up to the 7th floor. So what's the point? Otherwise, really?
Okay.
E kind of like looks at the bar, looks at the stairs, sees their friends going, worse I.
The friends you keep, E.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you wait, you said you're gonna get his drink at the end of the bar?
Yeah.
Okay.
Buy the Goliath a drink.
The Goliath kind of like looks up and like as she like turns and looks at you, she kind of gives you like a dirty look.
I'll give them a dirty look. Right.
And then she like takes the drink and she throws it back.
All right. That works.
Thanks. I'm not a he, just a Goliath.
Sorry.
And just keeps drinking.
Didn't mean anything by it. Sorry.
It's all good.
Sorry. It happens. Happens to me all the time. Sorry.
That's true. Dwarves and Goliaths always get mistaken for male. Okay, so y'all are heading upstairs. Generally talking, it's about this time another wizard comes in with some papers and like whispers in Krill's ear as you're about to head upstairs. And
Captain Killigard, I believe this is the information that you required.
Yes, this is about the New Horizons, right?
Yeah, and he hands you like basically just a stack of notes of quickly scrawled notes. Looks like you see the titles of a few books, and it looks like maybe there's some quotes that were taken out and written down underneath. And so you are heading upstairs to the 7th floor. You go up about 7 stairs, and there's a door there. And you open it up into a lavish parlor. It's a cylindrical room, probably about 50 feet in diameter. There's doors going off in 7 different directions. In the very center is a small little kind of a round, almost like a kiosk. And there is just a female there, sitting in a nice little evening gown, very, very tasteful. And she looks at you expectantly as you open the door after walking up the flight of stairs. How may I assist you this evening on the 7th?
Is this to Elry, or is he already there, or is?
Oh, I mean, you were the first one up, so like you went up and Dakul followed, and then everyone else is kind of trailing. So you were the first one up the door. So she's just sitting there with her hands just kind of clasped to one another. How may I assist you this evening?
What do you do here on the 7th?
Oh, well, that is up to you.
So this is you bring your own fun, or is there fun provided, or is there?
Well, the fun is provided at your direction and at your discretion.
Okay, everything's on the Wizard College, right?
And Krill comes up and he's like, Genie, just put it on our, yeah, we got him. And she's like, well. And then she takes this book that was in front of her and closes it and slides it to the side. What will be your pleasure this evening?
If there is a top shelf, I want you to lift me up to it, and we will work from there. So if there is anything that's top shelf, just bring that into a room.
Yes.
And that's where I'll be.
All righty. And she just motions to her left to a door. And as you look, you can see that there are 7. There's the door you came in, and then there are 7 doors numbered 1 through 7. And she just motions over to door number 7. I believe that you can find anything that you desire in there.
Elry will go over and throw the door open, and his pants are already about around his ankles before he disappears inside, bare halfling ass aflushed.
I know what's going to happen, and it still gets me. Sorry. Okay. Elry disappears into a room. And, yes, what, the rest of you, you may just wait in the parlor here. Have drinks brought to you if that is your desire.
I have a request. It is not for me, but my friend E404 here. We have had quite a long journey, and as you can see, some of its parts need a good, thorough cleaning. I would like to have a few of your more interesting individuals polish E404 so that it is brand spanking new. And I'll have 2 more of whatever it is I am drinking right here. And 2 more for my friend Krill.
Yes. And she kind of just like runs her hand over the counter in front of her, and out of the wall, a small blue glowing tray, looks like a smaller version of what Elry cast earlier, like a tensor floating disc, has 4 drinks on it and floats out right in front of you and Krill. And he reaches up and grabs, and he's got one in each hand. Perhaps, and she looks at E404, is it?
Yes.
Would you like perhaps an oil bath to help ungrind your gears, so to speak?
He realizes they've never had like a maintenance thing ever. And so it's just like, I don't know.
That means yes, E404. I know you may not completely understand. It means to indulge. This is the best opportunity for you to sit back and be pampered. I guarantee, however it is you process things that feel good, you will enjoy.
I trust you, Dakul.
Yes, that you should. Now go, scurry off, and be scrubbed, and make sure they get every crevice. Krill, are you enjoying yourself?
Well, I'm cool. I haven't had a chance to come up here in quite a while. This school year and all. It's been busy, but sorry for the bad. Oh God, I'm so sorry that you were attacked today. I'm beside myself. It's the horror of it. But I'm glad that we're here. I can.
Yes.
And then I read the chat. And And so Jeannie, as you're talking, she motions over to door number 1. E, if you would like, you may proceed in door number 1.
Yep. He will just kind of like turn to the friends, make sure they're okay, and go off. Craig is dying.
I'm barely holding it together right now.
I'm barely holding it together too.
I'm gonna have to turn the backstage chat off, guys. Anyway, so E, you a door is open, and you walk into kind of a smoky room. There are a few pillars that you walk through as you go in, and a couple of steps up to a bubbling. It's basically like a small sauna bath. You've seen, back in the Rock at Beds, Baths, and Beyond. You saw similar. I believe you think the humans called them like jacuzzis or spas or something, but this is filled with like an oil. It looks like, and on either side there is a what looks like some form of automaton standing there with it looks like they have brushes, and they're standing just kind of blank-faced, waiting expectantly on either side of the bath.
Okay. Hello. Are you supposed to be helping today?
We are here to help clean you. Would you like to step in the bath? And they were speaking in unison, and they both motion towards the bath with their hand closest to it. They each have a brush in the other hand.
He's definitely curious about this. I don't know if they've ever met another automaton of any form.
And they're just staring blank-faced, like,
Yeah, that's weirding them out a little. Okay. He just very slowly gets into the bath.
Commencing cleaning protocol. And they both begin scrubbing E. And as you step into the bath, a warmth kind of flows over you. You kind of feel a little grit and a little dirt that you didn't know was there kind of work out of your joints. And they begin brushing and polishing E down with workmanlike efficiency.
There are definitely points where E tries to engage them in conversation. I don't know how much they do.
Well, I mean, how do you try to press them for information or?
Yeah, it's just
Yeah, quickly you can tell whereas you have an inquisitiveness about it, and you are pretty self-aware. Yeah, there's not too much behind the light of these robots' eyes. They are performing a function, and they basically give very shallow answers, to any questions, the most basic information. Yeah, and so they begin basically scrubbing down every joint, switch, and knob that you have. They work those knobs pretty good. So
y'all terrible.
They forced me. I'm sorry. They take this bath to 11. Okay, that's how much they work the knob. Anyway, cutting back to outside. As E gets the best bath that they have ever had, which is probably the first bath that they have ever had. But you are moving nice and free. So back out in the lobby, Dakul, Hilda, and Krill are there. The sounds coming from room number 7, they defy comprehension. As Elry, it sounds like Elry is playing host to you're not really sure. You're honestly not. Ellery, I'm going to go ahead and need a Constitution save from you. I mean, you've only been in there for a couple of minutes, but
I'm using luck on this. You know that, right? No matter what it is. Oh, yeah. Oh, son of a bitch. 9.
yeah. Yeah.
Just can't. Damn it.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, Ellery, yeah, there is a quick crescendo to the excitement, and all goes quiet after about 5-6 minutes.
Only to begin 42 seconds later.
There is that. So, in the lobbyway, there's Krill. He's sitting there. He's got a drink in each hand, and he kind of looks over one of the couches that kind of ring the room in between each door. And he sits down the drinks and pulls out his bag.
There was a lot of information that I was able to discover about the Nyogi and the Grand Magus. He gave me the report on the ship. I was looking at it, and yeah, there's definitely it was a fading, lingering, almost like an essence of Fae that was on the ship. It's not quite. Don't know how they didn't know how to describe it really. They'd never seen it. It wasn't like the essence left over from a spell that is quickly fading. Anything like that. It's something more ephemeral. Something more. It's definitely something they would like to do more research, if at all possible. But that is again, it's up to you. How long you were planning on staying here?
Slow down for a moment. I want less talking, if just for this moment. We are not going to have another discussion of what is going on in this shadow world until you finish that first drink.
Okay. Finish
while
it?
Finish. I need you to finish it. And while he's working on that drink, he's going. The Cool's gonna pull his stash out of his pouch and roll an extra fat one.
Okay.
In order for us to truly understand the supernatural and shadow world, I feel that we must loosen up a bit more. When you are done with that, I have something to help take the edge off a little bit more. Then the Cool's gonna look back at the lady that hooks everything up.
Yeah, Jeannie.
Jeannie. He's gonna look back at Krill. Krill, what type of pleasures do you enjoy in this room? What is your type?
I'm cool. I'm a simple man. The odd
Jeannie!
The odd
Bring me
tabaxi.
something simple.
Just the odd tabaxi or two. Yes, things like that. The Yanti. I enjoy the Yanti too. They're the most marvelous race of people. So devious.
Why do you think, in your expert knowledge, that they hold this grudge? It is a connection to the ship? How? Better question. How can we talk to these shadow people?
Oh, well, I think that
Cool is gonna pass him the rest of his green recreation.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yeah. Please.
Oh my.
Yes.
I guess.
Breathe deeply. Let the essence soak into your bones.
Yeah. So, basically. Oh, man,
now we are ready.
This is a potent blend, and he passes it back.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Now, shadow people.
Yes, well, there was the. It sounded like the Shatter Kai was the leader of this group. They're generally higher on the totem pole in the Shadowfell. What limited knowledge that we do have, the Darklings that were where they interacting with the hounds at all?
Yes.
Yes, the hounds generally have a master, like a kennel master, a direct master that controls them. So, if you said that there were 2 darklings and 2 hounds, and then there was this last Shadowfell.
Yes, the pale lady with the chains.
Yes. Well, I mean, Shadowfell alone, that's a powerful foe. That in and of itself, the fact that you were able to take one down is that's just a testament to your skill, obviously.
Yes.
But I mean, they have speech. I mean, you can just talk to them. Did they say anything, or was it just fighting?
They did speak a language. They did speak a language that we didn't know, right? If I remember right.
Yeah, the darklings. The darklings were talking to the hounds in a language that you didn't know.
Right. Okay.
And then, well, that was Elry. You might have heard Elry. I mean, Elry said something to the Shadowfell, and you think the Shadowfell said something back, but you were too far away, and you're not really sure what she said to him. But she did whisper something back to him.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Well. Yeah, I would say that to him. To Krill, not to say it twice. Okay. One more question before you finish your drink. Can we summon them again?
Oh, well, I mean, they are beings of the Shadowfell. If the Shadowfell, they might still have survived and just reformed there. It's not. It depends on how they die. We're not all the knowledge is known. But if you said that the one who exploded, the darkling that was controlling the hound, if it exploded, then it is what they call the true death. You won't be seeing that one again. But apparently there was another out there.
Yes, there was one more who got away.
Okay.
All right. And Daku will finish drinking for the moment.
Okay. And he begins working on his second one.
Yeah, I'm out of questions for the moment.
So, is there anything else I could help you with at the moment?
No. For this moment, enjoy your drink, and we will enjoy ourselves.
Okay, well. And he pulls out a folder. He's like, if you want to read what I found thus far, what I was bringing to you, it's here. It's at your disposal at any time.
Thank you. Thank you for the hard work. And I am hoping that we will continue to work together in the future.
Yes, I'm flattered by your offer to join your ship for even just a time to help study and care for little Hellion here.
Yes.
I will take it into consideration. I do promise you that.
Thank you.
And with that, either enjoy your festivities, or whatever it is you would like to do here at on the 7th floor, and then we'll kind of fast forward to sometime after, whenever y'all finally claw and pull Elry out. Who is the first to conclude, so to speak?
Honestly, Eve's probably out there because it's just a bath. They're weirded out by this whole situation. They don't know what to deal with, things like them.
Okay.
Kiana, let me ask you. Wait, Kiana, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Would E404, would they have like a rest mode, or not like a nap mode, or something like a power down, where they would kind of relax a bit. Like if they would kind of not be
In-
too aware.
In
of
their
senses.
own way, but the thing is that they can sense everything, no matter what. Sentinel mode.
They're always aware.
Right. Okay. Well, I want to do. The oil is not like boiling oil or anything, right? It's just like a warm oil, right? That's kind of through it.
So are you saying you're going to go in the room that E's in?
Yes, I want when he's going to be just sitting there smoking.
Okay. So Elri, you go and move over to door number 1 and go to open it, and Jeannie's like, "Oh, sir, we shouldn't disturb." And as you open it and look in there, you can see the faint outline of like a tub, and you can see the faint outline of like automaton on each side of the tub scrubbing E, and E's literally just standing in the middle of the room, surrounded by faintly ghostly images. But you can see that like all the rust and dirt on E is being scrubbed off. But when they are done and they see you, I don't know, E, how would you react?
Hello, Elri.
Hey, what are you
Hi.
doing? This is the first time you're getting something done.
Yes, I am getting a polish at the Ghoul's recommendation.
Well, does it feel good?
I do not have the same sensory inputs as you do, but
Does it feel like getting smashed with a hammer?
no,
Does it feel like the opposite of that?
I do not know if there's an analog for getting smashed with a hammer other than not getting smashed with a hammer.
So it feels like not getting smashed with a hammer?
Yes,
I'm intrigued. He cocks the door open. Can I get a scrub job in here too?
And she's like, kind of like you hear her from the other room, and it's like, would you like me to permit him?
I do not mind. Elri is my best friend.
And she goes back and makes a motion on her little desk thing there, and or you like turn and look, and you see as the whole room resolves into focus as there are pillars on either side as you walk in, and some kind of, like silk curtains hanging down, kind of wafting in a breeze that wasn't there before. And E is up like in a jacuzzi basically of kind of hot oil. It's bubbling a little bit, and there are 2 automata on either side just scrubbing E down. It looks like they're almost done. Just polishing the last little knob there on the side. And
Does this mean that I was in room 7 by myself?
who do you say that to?
Just into the like ether. I don't like it when I'm by myself.
And then one of the bots like turns and looks. Would you like to join your friend? And
Well, yeah, since there's nobody else here. I mean, no offense, but
none taken. And they like motion towards the pool.
all right. Well, Elry takes off his shirt and jacket because he's Porky Pigging it anyway, and he just jumps into the oil bath.
Okay, it's a little hot. It singes a little, but other than that, it doesn't hurt you. And you're now taking an oil bath with E404.
This is nice. It's hot. It's really hot, but it's different than water. It's like hot and slimy, which is nice. It's one of my favorite feelings. But it's like everywhere. Like literally everywhere. Like the butthole. But I mean, what are you gonna do? Yes, this is like the exact opposite of getting hit with a hammer. So we just sit here? That's
I have been trying to engage in conversation with these two, but they do not seem interested.
what do you want to talk to him about?
Well, they are constructed many ways like I am. They are animated metal constructs, but... And, like, he lowers her voice a little, which is rare for them to do. There is something disquieting.
They're nothing like you, E. I mean, no offense, everyone, but
In
you're
unison,
special.
In unison, they say, "None taken."
See?
But why am I different?
Because you're one of a kind. You're E404. You're not E403 or E405. You're E404.
There were others like me.
There's others like me. Haven't you seen
But-
halflings running around here acting like assholes? That's what we do. That's our shtick. But none of them are like me. None of them are like you.
I mean,
All of us Don Rose are different.
that is true. However, there are biological differences between you and other halflings or other biological creatures. These others, they looked exactly like me. They
Okay.
acted like me. I do not know what happened to them.
Well, now see, that's the heart of the question, E404. It's more of a quest, so to speak, as opposed to your own uniqueness. But if and I'm going to get disgusting, and it might be the oil talking here, but if you were to like skin two halflings and like look at their hearts and shit, it's going to look a lot alike, just because you look like E403 or 405 doesn't mean you're the same. I mean, you get super hot. We don't know if they do that. You get you have a flower I gave you. You wear that. You're my friend. I don't know these other people. You're different.
That would be correct.
So we just sit here?
It depends on what else you would want to do.
I'm scared I'm gonna make something spark and then we're all both gonna die.
Do not worry. I do not think that would happen, or at least the possibility of such things happening would be less than 10%.
Well, listen, I'm not scared because if I am sitting in a bath full of flammable oil next to a living rocket, some halfling balls are bigger than others. I have Claude carry mine around.
That does not...
Yes, it does. Just say it. Say it, E404. Say it makes perfect sense. Just say it. Say it one time. Say it one time. Even if it doesn't. Even if you can't, just say, Ellery, that makes perfect sense. Just say that. Say, Ellery, absolutely, I completely agree. Just say it.
But why?
Just say it. Just say it. Don't question. You can't. It has to be, Ellery, I completely, yep. Huge balls. You just agree. Just agree. Just agree. I'm in an oil bath with you. Just agree. Just agree.
I agree?
It was kind of a question, but yes, I'll take it. I'll take it. You guys heard that right?
Yes.
Automaton?
She agrees? Pardon me. They agree?
They agree. Yes. Okay. Someone like write that down in a book or something.
It's about that time.
we
There's
just-
a light like on the door. There's a light knocking.
This is your room.
Yes, who is it?
Pardon me. It's the Grand Magus. Need to speak with you all as soon as I can, please. Do not want to disturb your revelries, but there's some matter of urgent business we need to discuss.
He just stands up. Doesn't really care if they're done or not.
Elry stands up too.
I
Oil
think
drip.
you might want to trust yourself, Elvie.
I don't want to ruin my pants. If I put oil, it's leather pants.
I think there are ways to dry off before putting on your pants.
And as E is saying that, and you're stepping out, the other two, they go from behind a pillar. They come out and they're bringing these large towels. I mean, it's big enough for E, so like it's like a blanket for Elry. And they begin to towel you both off. And as they do and wipe it away, like your skin is, Elry, your skin is just like baby smooth.
This is fantastic. Elry will look up and kind of like wipe an errant slick of oil off of like E404's hard to reach spot, as helps polish them up a bit. That was fun. It was going to get boring if somebody hadn't come, but it was fun while it lasted. So thanks, E.
Thanks for coming to talk with me. You should probably get dressed.
I am. I'll pull these on. My skin is very supple.
Soft and yielding. Like a silk pillow.
It's like I want myself.
And after you get dressed and come out, he has gone around to the others and asked for your attention as soon as possible. And after you have all rejoined them in the lobby, Krill is there. He's coming out of a room, kind of readjusting his robes and just kind of a bright, shiny look on his face, a little embarrassed as he sees the Grand Magus. And the Grand Magus kind of gives him just a tired look. So, we have done some more investigation in the area of the conflict. And there were indeed multiple scorches upon Rontame's back. 3 in total, actually. Is there anything else from what you have described? Please do not think that we are want to punish anyone here. Just something is not adding up, and I would like to hear it from you if there is anything that you can tell us to put this puzzle to rest.
Elry looks at Hilda.
Well, sometimes E gets warm. Not sure if that's exactly a magical thing, because fire's kind of fire. But maybe that's what it is. Didn't we tell you that earlier? Like, honestly, I don't remember. Like,
No.
oh, well.
Warm, as in, like hot enough to burn.
A little bit, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Okay, well, that does, and he kind of looks, he's like, just so you know, the Rontame was not greatly hurt. I mean, it's just a mark. but it has spawned something rather unprecedented. Don't usually discuss this with those that do not have, shall we say, the clearance or the weight to know such things. And he looks right at you, E, and Rontame has requested to speak with you. And that's where we're going to leave off tonight.
Damn it! Damn it.
So yeah. There's that. That's where we're going to leave off for the evening. This episode of Starward Bound, hurtling through the Toho sphere on the back of Rontame, the gentle giant of the skies. Let's go around to cast and crew, see how everybody liked it, see what everybody thinks. Where do we go from here? What the hell's going on? We're gonna start with you, Trey. How's it going, man?
Sorry, I was on mute. Okay. Man, okay. So you were like reading my mind. I was like, man, I wonder what it would be like if this thing could talk or whatever it was. And then here you come with that and just knocked all my expectations out the park. This is going to be great. I mean, I'm already excited. So now, hopefully we get to, I don't know, we're going to be like standing on his eyeball, or he's going to like open his mouth and going to be like stomping around on his tongue. I mean, like, how does this work? I mean, how do you talk to something the size of a city? And E44, oh, I got your back, but that could be your ass. I don't know how this is going to turn out, but I know it's going to be good. So I'm really super excited about next week. We are locked and loaded and on board. We've got butts kicked by some shadow things. So yeah, man, another great session. Thank you.
Awesome. Where can we find you online? And you got anything to push or plug?
Oh, yes. What is wrong with me today? I'm on.
It's all good, man. It was a fun, exciting.
Slightly medicated, slightly.
Yeah. It's all good. Yeah.
So you can hit me up. You can get me on Twitter sphere at Centel and on Instagram at Centel as well. The thing that I plug the most is my little pet project that I work on all the time called Lights, Camera, Discover, where we teach the filmmaking process to kids. D&D, Spelljamming, Starward Bound, all of this is great form of storytelling, and we do our best to install the love of storytelling to some of these kids. So if you want to show support, check us out at lightscameradiscover.org. Check me out on Twitter, and just thanks for being supportive on all of these endeavors and all the great projects that all of us seem to be busy with. The support goes a very long way, and we're extremely grateful.
Awesome, man. That's great. Because you just had you flew somewhere like last week, right?
That's correct. I've been bouncing back and forth from Chicago, from here to Phoenix, doing programs all over the country. So we're trying to touch as many cities as we possibly can and reach some students and kids that may not have the opportunity to put their hands on a camera and write a script and do acting, and it's just a great way of just expressing the art form that's locked inside of all of us.
That's awesome, man. You're doing the good work. Moving on over, Kiana. How you doing there?
Oh man, this session had it all: battle, debauchery, cliffhangers. I'm gonna go talk to a giant manta ray. I don't know. Where else can we get this except for here in this wonderful, wonderful game? Yeah, I forget how cute like Ian Elvey's friendship is until like Greg and I start having that conversation. It's adorable and off kilter.
Mm-hmm. That's one way to put it.
Yeah, so I love this game, love this crew. Chat was amazing as always. Thank you so much for watching. It's always, pushes us to the next level to have people who support us and this game, because we just be playing a game to nobody if nobody was interacting and loving the show like we do. So thank you again. I can be found on the internet all sorts of places. Best way to catch up with me is over on Twitter at Kiana S. I have a schedule there. I have all sorts of links and everything. And I like talking to you guys about all sorts of things. But I'll run through really quick over what I do. On Sundays, I'm on a podcast called Lady Slaying Dragons, releases new episodes every Sunday evening. Two cool ladies and myself having a roundtable discussion about tabletop gaming. This month is a special month all about visual representation in tabletop gaming. We have some really cool interviews. Our first one went up this past Sunday, and I can't wait for you guys to listen to the others. So please check us out over on Twitter. On Mondays, I'm over in Encounter Roleplay with Greg as my keeper. She killed off my second character now, so it's my third one coming in to survive the nuclear apocalypse. On Wednesdays, I'm over on Squaticus' channel where I DM One Shot Wonders, my series of D&D, where I get a new group every week in a new setting every month. We're doing the Feywild this month, and we're doing Dark Sun next month, so that's super fun. On Saturdays, I'm again back on Greg's channel doing some Pulp Cthulhu, where again he's my keeper. It's a lot of fun if you like time and mind-bending stories. Every other Saturdays, I'm now on a Dungeon World campaign over on twitch.tv/Anarisis. And because I can't get enough games in my life, I have some one-shots happening. Tomorrow is a beta test of Fate of Cthulhu over on Little Red Dot, which has been super fun. And on Saturday, I have a one-shot in the morning at 7 a.m. and have a one-shot at 8 p.m. Both on Scoticus' channel. First one is D&D, and the second one is actually Lady Blackbird. I'll be GMing that. I'm very excited for that. So if you like sci-fi, swashbucklery kind of stuff, steampunky, that's definitely the place to go. But until next week, where we're going to go talk to this giant manta ray in space, this is awesome.
Yeah. I think so, but I mean, I wrote had this half of it, so whatevs. But yes, good God, you have a lot of stuff. I don't know how you keep it straight and go to school, but you're doing it. So live it. Let's move on over to Greg. How's it going, sir? Got a little scary for you there for a split second.
That was the worst off that good old Elry has been since we started this, as I got down to 6 whopping hit points. But it's great. It's fun. I love playing with these people. I love losing my shit because Emma destroys me in the private chat like once every session, just destroys me. And you'd think I would have prepared. I cannot, nor will I ever prepare, because that type of laughter is what keeps the human spirit alive in everyone, and it is absolutely the best. Love this game. I'm also getting a decidedly never-ending story vibe off of talking to this manta ray. Like, remember Never Ending when they talk to the big turtle and the turtle comes? That's what I'm thinking, I'm getting that type of vibe. Anywho, I can't wait to play Grimjack21502 on the Twitches and the Twitters. Tomorrow you can see me with Pruitt over on Encounter Roleplay, where we do a little Doors to Darkness from 1 to 4. And then later on Wednesday night, you can see me at 8 o'clock over on Little Red Dots with Kiana as we do Fate of Cthulhu beta test. And then on Thursdays, I'm off. And then on Fridays from 12 to 2 this week, you can find me on my own channel doing some Conan, Age Undreamed Of. And Emma will be debuting this week as her super special character. Please check in to see that. And then right after Conan on my channel from 2 to 4, a little Firefly, Tales from the Big Damn Verse. And on Saturday, as Kiana mentioned, on my channel from 2 to 4, Pulp Cthulhu's Project Chronos. Saturday evenings over on Greyhawk from 9 until we're finished, we do a little Valley of Soot and Skull, which is a straight-up D&D Arthurian quest type of badassery. We're having a lot of fun doing that. And on Sunday, my opus, which is Project Pulp Cthulhu's Project Athena, my very first show, running from 7 to 9, and then back on Encounter Roleplay on Mondays from 4:30 to 7:30, Tomes and Tentacles on Tuesday, and right back here to complete the circuit on Tuesday evenings to go into space with my favorite peeps. I'll see you guys later.
Awesome, man. And bring it back around to Emma. By Crom, Emma. You get to play some Conan, and I'm so jelly.
I know, it's going to be great. I'm pretty sure my character is going to be a fucked up priestess lady from Kush. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
Scary. Yes. It's going to be freaking scary. Casters have to be scary in Conan.
It better be. Yeah.
Better be. If it's not, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Yes, very excited about that. I loved this game. This game is exciting. I hate D&D, but I love this game. And it's great.
Well, thank you.
Great. Yes. Yes. Our patrons will know. As I go on the podcast, I talk about how much I hate D&D sometimes. And I do sometimes. But I love this game. It's so crazy. We're talking to a giant manta ray, and that's a thing that can happen in Spelljammer. And that's super exciting. And come to think of it, this time next week, we might know if D&D is actually going to do Spelljammer or not. I think we'll actually know that next week. So that'll be interesting. Let's take some bets, start a pool or something. Yeah, I love this game. You can reach me on WebDM's social media or my own at SusieKing85. I'm very tired, so I don't post very much right now. But other times I do, and sometimes people like it, so you can read it if you want. I really have nothing important to say there. Everything that I say is important is about WebDM. So yeah, that's it for me. I'm the communications director for WebDM. Usually I make more sense, and I'm very tired. I love you, Pruitt.
I love you too. You just get some rest. Ow! Get the fuck off. Sorry, Monk was being a dick. Yes, you get some rest, Emma, because you deserve it. Because you totally rocked the shit tonight. Want to thank everyone once again for this episode of Starward Bound, tuning in, hanging out, chatting. Love you so much. Want to give a few shout outs before we get out of here. First thing, want to give some love to our sponsor because I forgot to at the top of the show because I think I know what I'm doing and then I prove that I don't sometimes. So Tabletop Loot, head on over to tabletoploot.com, use the code WebDM15 and you can get you some dice. You can get mugs, you can get shirts, all 15% off. And that's just use that as much as you want. The cast here is rolling dice from the site because, hey, when you have sponsors, that's why you roll the dice. Also, I want to thank Alexa Bonner for even more art. She does most of the art here. That's at Alexa_art on Twitter. And the other half of that art is our producer, the man flipping the switches behind the scenes. He usually does the coloring in of most of the things. That's going to be Brandon Herbert, and his Twitter handle is at WarEagleKeep. So be sure to follow them. Hey, if you want some commissions, I know Alexa's taking them. Also, if you're not following, please follow us. Maybe subscribe. Maybe use your Amazon Prime subscription if you haven't used that yet. You get a free one a month, so send it our way if you haven't already. We have some fun times over here on the WebDM Twitch, and you can join those fun times. I want to give another thanks to the amazing fan art that we play before and after the show. That's Thomas Tanner. His Twitter handle is at Chromatic Codex. And also Jimmy Horner, Twitter handle is at Horner Jimmy. They've provided the bulk, the fan art that you have seen here. And hey, once again, thank you so much. It's freaking awesome. So yeah, it's WebDM Twitch. I got some gaming tomorrow. Come on over to Encounter Roleplay or the Saber Dice channel on YouTube and catch us there. We're gonna have our WebDM episode out tomorrow. Took last week off after the shoot. It was a little hectic. So look for that video tomorrow. Trust me, it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a doozy. It probably won't break the internet, but it'll probably get some views. So check that out. Have fun with that. And until next week, have a good one out there in Twitchland. And as we always say, may the dice ever roll in your favor.